standard? How do you feel?
So, I feel it's actually the highest standards because we've challenged them to work with the program we've had is that they can go to the United States, to San Francisco for a month of training and come back a couple more times. So I think we've been able to maintain a high standard for the taxonomy. In fact, we had one student, a female PhD student, just published last month. Her revision came out in Zokis. We've had 2 last year that came out from Madagascar scientists last year. And they use morphometrics and programming in R to use.
But they use normal morphology too.
They use normal.
They use characters, not just.
I wanted them to use.
But do they visit other museums? I mean, like, okay, they go for training, but I mean, like, to provide taxonomy, you have to see, like, what you do, the type series.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but for Madagascar, you have, for many groups, you have a group thing in Madagascar that many groups are not studied at all. So.
But they studied on continent, so you have to know whether they're.
But it's a different bioregion. It's not Afrotropical bioregion.
Yeah, but still there are many similar species in general, all cosmopolitan genus.
Yes, you have the introduced ones,
Yeah. So.
but it's 9%.
So my question just arises from my experience in teaching in Africa, because, well, I mean, in the end of my parasitoid course, there were good students who could differentiate genera of parasitoids, but when they saw fly, they still were trying to identify it as a parasitoid. So I mean, this is the way of high training without good background.
You have to do it long term.
It's very automated. They could make nice picture, everything. So when it was parasitoid, they were in the right way. But step a bit side, and they were fallen down. So I presume that it's easy to teach them how to sort Malagasy sample, and how to use programs, and how to make nice design of the work. But is it possible to make nice revision of Madagascar material without staying in Paris Museum for half a year, British Museum for half a year, and so on?
But it's long-term thinking. So, for example, we started this course that we teach with Malagasy students from the university to choose which maybe one student that year will get into our group. And the people that are producing now taxonomic work, they've worked with us already for 15 years. So they've already done an undergraduate degree paid by us. They've already done a master's. They've already done a PhD. So this is super long-term investment in training. So that's when I say you think long-term. It's just the nature of our field.
Yes, and then they are capable as everyone else. For example, Brian's collection team, they are parataxonomists, they have no study. They collect better than him. They identify, like by eye, they identify everything in Madagascar. Of course, when they use keys for the bioregions, they make mistakes, but as everyone else. You see, former taxonomists and taxonomists, they are much better than many other people.
Yeah, but these people are parataxonomists, right?
Yes, they're
Yeah, for sure,
parataxonomists.
for parataxonomists.
Yes, and the PhD students, everyone makes mistakes. If you're
It's
talking
good to
about
have
that.
if you think long-term, we could
For
invest
everyone,
in
you
training
have
for
to
the
travel,
field.
you have to see the types too, right?
Yeah.
So we have people who are just the field people. We have people that are just the database and sorting people, and then we have the scientists that are doing the science. So it's, it's.
And another picking question: if you invest that much in that good people, what is the guarantee that they will go back to Madagascar?
Oh, this is an interesting question, right? So before I would find money to bring them to the States, UC Berkeley, to get a PhD. They would not come home. So it was very sad to see all that money just walk out the door and never come back.
You will get nice person, but not nice person in Madagascar.
Yes, exactly. So I changed the system where I fund them to go to the University of Antananarivo, and then I send them to the States for the summer. They go for just a month or two. a few times during
Like
the
for
PhD.
Ukrainians.
I think with
Same.
new Trump administration it will be easy.
Brian, I would like to say that your visit to Ukraine is a really great confirmation of great value of collection in our institute, and especially for type material which was collected 100 years ago and still stored with a great care in our department and curated by the curator Alex Radchenko, he is keeper in our institute. So thank you for coming to study our invaluable types to keep the images for 100 years forward or just forever in your database.
It's actually one of the best collections we've been able to access. It's actually fabulous.
So
I was just, before I ran down here, was an 1895 type that looked like it was collected yesterday. It was just perfect.
yeah, great, really
Was it
great.
remounted or originally mounted?
That I don't know, but it's very
Karaev's
thick
collection,
paper.
I think Karaev's collection is the best by condition
So even
in
old.
the world I saw. Barry's collection, Bolton's quite, also he's mounted very well. But
It's-
Karaev's is ideal.
Yes, Larry Bolton had favorites. He did not ever go into some of the former signs. If you go into Camponotus, the most diverse genus of ant, he never opened one of those drawers his entire life. It looks like it was 100 years ago. The labels are on big pieces of paper. And it's like all folded up like a book. Oh, it's
You haven't seen Cedric Collingwood's collection.
okay.
Unfortunately, he died last year.
Well, thank you all for coming down to listen to me talk about someplace so far away.
Yes, and Brian, thank you for your marvelous presentation. Thank you all for staying here.
Fantastic.